I am your life coach for motivation, inspiration, positivity, and all of those things. So I'm not going to keep you guys too long, okay? Come on in, have a seat, take some notes. Um, we're going to be talking today on today's coaching session about the urgency of success because it's a very urgent message. If somebody has not told you that today, that living your life to the fullest potential is urgent, and if you really paid attention to the urgency of your life, you would be doing things. And today's message is all about that urgency, and taking it seriously. Not tomorrow, not yesterday, not what's behind you, but your present, this moment right here and right now. Now is the time. And I think that this is a very on time message for so many. And we're going to talk about 4 things that we need to focus on right now. Now is the time. Urgent message. Now is the time to believe in yourself. And I'll tell you why that is urgent. Life is too short. We never know how many days we have, and most of us we have more days behind us than is in front of us. So that's why it's urgent for us to believe in ourselves. And I don't just mean having this blanket statement of I love myself and I'm confident. It means, what do you do because you believe in yourself? See, that's the difference in the separation. Once you believe in yourself, once you are confident, there's certain things that you will do. You're not going to hesitate. You're not going to procrastinate. You make a decision. This is what I need to do, and then you do it. It's urgent because you never know how many days you have left. And don't you want to live your life to the highest extent possible? Don't you want to experience the most peace that you could have? Don't you want to be the most successful that you can ever be in your business? Yeah, then you should. Hey, Realist, happy Friday. You should. And if somebody has not told you that today, that it's never too late. The only time it's too late is when you give up. See, and we're not going to do that. See, it's not optional. We're not making it an option. We're making this something urgent. And I speak to all of my motivators family and say, it is urgent. It is urgent for you to believe in yourself and not just having confidence, not just loving yourself, but what you do with that, because it comes a responsibility. Because you love yourself, because you know of your talents and your gifts, what are you willing to do with that? See, that's a separation. Most people just walk around and say, yeah, I know I love myself. Yeah, I believe in myself. But what are you doing because you possess those qualities? That is the difference. That's the separation. That separates a successful person from a person who is not successful. What are you doing because you believe in yourself? See, every day I wake up with that responsibility, and it's a heavy weight to carry because you believe in yourself, because you love yourself, and because you know you're talented. What are you going to do today to make your life amazing? See, it's urgent because you don't want to pass up on opportunities. You don't want to pass up on your blessings. You don't want to waste your gifts. And I know that being in that position for many, many years, staying stagnant, being stuck because of fear, being stuck because of what somebody may have said to you, or because this person or that person doesn't support you. Hey, Real Odds and Events, how are you doing? Welcome. Happy Friday. Because somebody said or did something to you, does it cause you to be stuck? Yeah. It happens sometimes. We're human beings. We get our feelings hurt. We go through some disappointments, and you pull back. You hold back. And that's why this message today is an urgent one. Do you believe in yourself? And I hope the answer is yes. And if not, let's do some inner work on ourselves to heal our inner child so we can stand up with confidence and then go to this next step. See, the first step in a matter of urgency is to believe in yourself. And the second point, after you believe in yourself, now what is my plan? See, that's the difference with most people, and the reason for people making failures in their life. They do not make a reasonable and attainable goal. It's urgent that you do this. Either you're going to sit and watch your life pass by, you're going to get older, you're going to see people surpass you and do things while you're sitting there twiddling your thumbs, wishing, hoping, being jealous, and hating on other people. How come they're successful? Because they're putting in the work to do it. And you can too. This topic is about encouraging all of my motivators family. Whatever you've gone through, no matter what anybody has said to you, no matter what your financial situation is, no matter what you did in the past, it's about the present. This message today is urgent. Get up and make a plan for your success. Your success, not sister, auntie, mama, cousin, this person, this person on social media. Your personal success plan. And when I was sitting and talking with my mentor the other day, and we were talking about how important a reasonable and attainable goal is. See, what you can do, another person can't. You have to know yourself, know thyself. And start off with something simple. And I always say, when you are not really good at goal setting and achieving, start a 30-day goal. I love the 30-day goals because it not only motivates you, but it also gives you a boost, because when you see yourself accomplish a goal, then you can't wait to start another one. So I'm going to give you a little bit of homework, motivators. Give yourself a 30-day goal. What can you achieve in the next 30 days? You can do it. Take your pen and paper out, write it down, put it in your phone. Make it sure it's something that you know you can do in the next 30 days. It could be for some losing 5 pounds. It could be for some maybe setting an appointment to do something you've been procrastinating doing, maybe going to a doctor's appointment or whatever it is. But it's vital that we do the things that we need to do for ourselves, because we love ourselves. You love yourself. And because you're saying it, that's an accomplishment. I'm so proud of everybody. And I always want to spread that positivity out in the umbrella of motivation. The love has to start with you. And many of us pour so much love into other people. You pour love into your kids. You pour love into your romantic relationship. You pour love into friendships. You pour love into a job. You pour love into your relatives. But are you pouring into yourself? Yes, we have to be okay. And my question, are you good? Are you good, motivators family? Are you doing what you need to do for you? Hey, the garden, how are you doing? Welcome. So, that's a personal question for your reflection, for your introspection, right? For your meditation. Am I treating myself the way that I should? What am I not doing? See, if you're not real and honest with yourself, what can you achieve? Not much, right? So let's go back into the next point. Like I said, I'm only going to be on here for 15 minutes. The next point that is vital is for us to make sure that you have a support team. Because while you're getting your plan together, while you're making the plan, while you're standing up for yourself and being confident, you got to have people that you can lean on when you get low. After making that reasonable and attainable goal, you need to make sure you have some accountability partners, some friends, some loved ones, someone that you can trust, someone that is going to encourage you and say, hey, how's it going? Is there anything that I can do? And for me, because I don't have people like that in my life, I don't have many motivated, go-getter people in my life, so I have to seek that outside. And it's nothing wrong with getting validation. It's important to be validated and for somebody to say, hey, try this, but don't give up. See, what is worth having is worth fighting for. I want to say that to somebody who needs to hear it. What is worth having is worth fighting for. Are you fighting for your life? Are you fighting for your personal success? You should. Don't listen to other people. You've never made too many mistakes. You've never messed up too much. You're not a lost cause. There is hope for you. You are talented, gifted, and blessed. But you're the one that has to believe that about yourself. I'm talented, I'm gifted, and I'm blessed, and there's nothing that I can't do. Put that in the forefront of your mind every day you wake up. I'm talented, I'm gifted, I can do this. Don't listen to the outside noise, what other people are doing that's trying to disrupt your goals and your dreams. Go for it. You got to believe it first. Write it down. Have your support team. And then this is the next and the last step. And then you rinse and repeat. And that is get out there and do it. Let's see. Realist says, right, not everyone has those types of people. Exactly. And or odds and evens said exactly. Yes, not everybody has those type of people. And I had to, when I was going about working on myself and, you know, going through therapy and personal healing, personal development, and personal growth, I was always trying something, but then I was reaching out to certain people via text, a phone call, expecting for people to help and support me. But if a person has not helped and supported you from the beginning, why do you think that they're going to help you and support you on your journey of elevation, personal growth, and development? Sometimes it's the individuals that we are reaching out to are the ones that are sabotaging our success. See, when I heard that, I didn't want to believe that. But it's true. You cannot expect people who are not motivated, encouraged, positive, going for their goals, you know, have a positive mindset to support you. See, if somebody does not possess love for themselves, if somebody is not a go-getter, if somebody is not a trendsetter, if somebody doesn't say, there's hope for me and I can get through this, I can do this, they're not going to tell you the same thing. So I had to learn to stop expecting me from them. I had to stop expecting positive from a negative person or a negative situation. You know, you got to be realistic and you got to set your goals and then you got to go out there and do it. See, that's the hardest part, Motivators family, is getting out there and doing it. See, doing your research, you know, we're not just going to just go out there and just fall flat on our face. We do some reflection. You take in some knowledge. Okay, what are the stats of whatever I'm doing, my business, my this, my that. You research. You get yourself a mentor. See, all of this is setting yourself up for the elevation. You say, this is my idea. You make sure it's reasonable and attainable. Then you get a support team that if you have questions or whatever, then you can lean on them. Hey, I'm having a bad day. X, Y, and Z. Hi, Charlene. How are you doing? Blessings this Friday. How are you doing? You have to have a support team when you're sad, when you're discouraged, when this happens, when somebody says something. And I want to say something to all of my Motivators family. Trust and believe when you start elevating, when you start making changes, when peace becomes a part of you, when you become more and more positive, when you're doing great things in your life, trust me, the haters are going to show up. They're going to be the people that will tell you it won't work. Or that's stupid. I wouldn't do that if I was you. Or I tried that and it didn't work. Listen, what somebody else did and failed at, that doesn't mean you are going to fail at it. That doesn't mean you're going to fall flat on your face. See, we are wise. We are mature people. And that's why I said you have to set your life up for success. You have to set it up. So that's why I said you got to start off getting your mind right, because we all know that the mind is the seat of motivation. Your mind is the seat of motivation. And if you don't have this right, if you don't get your mind right, nothing is going to be right. You got to get this right. You got to work on your own self and tell yourself, you know, I'm not perfect, but I can do it. I can try. I can do my best. And I'm proud of myself. Okay? That's so important. You got to pat your own self on the back. And then you have to make your reasonable and attainable goal. Reasonable. Okay? What can I do in the next week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, month, 3 months, 6 months, and year? And in between time, you're doing research. You're making sure you're staying consistent and persistent. That's a big deal. Whatever you want to do, you got to be consistent at it. Same time, same same time, make sure you're doing it. It doesn't matter if you have to do this alone. It's okay. I want to encourage somebody on today that it's okay to walk a road alone. It's okay for you to open up the door to success. It's okay for you to have fear. you know and when I wake up, almost every single time I press the live button, almost every time I make a video, I get some anxiety, I get some fear. Anything that you are new at, anything that you're just starting, there's going to be fear, there's going to be anxiety, but then you have to check that fear and anxiety. See, that's the difference. And that's why this is an urgent message. Just because you're scared and you're afraid of something, that shouldn't stop you from trying it. You could say, acknowledge it. I'm afraid, I'm scared, but I'm going to do this anyways because I can do this. You have to think about what's on the other side of that fear. See, that helped me so much. Before, when I wanted to do something, I don't know if I can do it. But then when I thought about down the road, what am I going to get at the end of the road? It's like your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. After I do this, this, and this, okay? After I do this and this and this, what will I get? Are you going to get more confidence? You're going to get more support? Is your finances going to elevate? Are you going to have set up for your future? Are you just going to feel good because I did it? That makes me feel good every time I stick to my schedule. I do what I'm supposed to do. I support others. And I do all the things that I need to do, but don't forget about yourself, loved ones. I know most of us, you got to work, you got to grind, you got to do, but in the meantime, after you do what you have to do, what are you doing in the background so that you can shift your life to make it the life you want and not the life for somebody else? See, when we are working for somebody else, we're making other people's goals and dreams come true. What about doing something in the background to make your dreams and your goals come true? Let's see what I missed here. All is well, thank you. Yes, it's all about the mindset. Yes, Charlene. Real Odds and Evens says big facts, consistent and persistent. Yes. Thank you all so much for the support. I noticed so much, and I appreciate you. Yes. Miss Eunice is in the building. Hi, Miss Eunice. Happy Friday. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing great. Miss Eunice says happy Friday, Marlene and chat. I hope all is well with everyone. Yes, all is well here. Thank you for so much for tapping in. And I just have one more point to add to this. I'm going to call it like a little bonus to why it's important for us to get excited about our life. An urgent message. Okay, why is it even important for us to be excited about our life? Why is it important to be persistent and consistent? Why? Because you don't want to waste your life. You don't want to waste your talents and gifts. It's so sad to see somebody with so much intellectual capacity, so much artistic nature, just letting it lie dormant, all because of listening to other people. You have to master the mind. You have to master not allowing the outside noise. I call it white noise, negative vibes. You cannot let that stop you from doing the things that you want to do. And the only way for us to live our best life and to be successful and to be happy is for us first to know what we want. You have to know what you want. And you have to think about it. You have to meditate on it. And if you're a person of faith, you got to pray over it. pray over it, meditate over it, whatever it is that you believe spiritually. But get your mind right and ask yourself, am I doing this to people please, or is this a message for me? See, and when I took my time and I meditated over it and I prayed over it and realized that this is for me, this is my goal, this is my lane, this is my focus, and then I developed my plan. And then I stayed persistent and consistent. And then I got myself a mentor that supported me and encouraged me that I could tap in. And that's one of the things that I do as well. I am a life coach. And I do the same thing for others. See, we all need support. But make sure you're getting support from the right people. Don't expect support from negative people, haters, drama people. All they're going to do is try to pick you apart and try to poke holes in your dreams, poke holes in your success. Okay? We're going to find ourselves a mentor. Find yourself a life coach. Find yourself somebody to support you. Read positive material from coaches, from mentors, from doctors, psychologists, therapists, positive people. You have to reinforce your mind. And that's why this is an urgent message, because I don't want to see any of you feeling sad, being discouraged, and staying there. See, the thing, motivators, family, we cannot stop ourselves from being discouraged at times, being sad, because we're humans and people do things to us and hurt us and offend us, and we get tired. But it's nothing wrong with being tired and then giving yourself time to rest so that you can refuel and reset. But then after you get charged up, you get right back on the horse. You get right back into doing what you need to do. So yes, rest, reset, and then get started again. Get excited about your life. Remember, you are in the driver's seat of, your life. See, this is your life, and you have to stop letting other people run your life. See, that's something that a lot of us don't want to hear, right? I didn't want to hear it, but I knew it before. I wasn't living for me. I was living to make my job's dreams come true. I was living to make my relatives happy. I was living to make friends happy, but I wasn't living to make me happy. That's why I wanted to do this urgent message. I want you to be happy. I want you to be your happiest, your best, and most successful. But you have to be honest with yourself. Even, I'll take it another step higher. You have to be transparent. Like, don't be fake. You got to look at your own self in the mirror and say, what am I not doing? What am I not doing? And then giving yourself the permission to do it. See, I forgive myself on a regular basis. I forgive myself when I didn't do the right thing. I forgive myself when I didn't, go forward with a goal and a dream. And I have to say that to myself. Marlene, I forgive you for making a mistake. I forgive you. Now I give you the permission to let it go. And now get up and get busy. That's so important. Yes, indeed. Real odds. The garden says, no, please don't stay there. Like the song says, we fall down, but we get up. Yes, get up and fight for your life. See, it's urgent, motivators family. Life is short. We never know when our last day on earth is. So because of that, doesn't that mean it's urgent? It's an urgent message to say, love yourself. It's urgent to say, be successful. It's urgent to say, get up and fight over and over again until you win. And you know when you win. See, sometimes the winning is winning and combating the mental health issues, feeling overwhelmed, feeling down, and letting yourself elevate off of that. See, but the only way that you can elevate your mind is you got to combat it with positive things, positive reinforcements. You have to be around positive, motivated, encouraged people. You have to read positive material. You got to feed your mind. You got to fuel your mind. And then you got to be around that positive energy. I love going to summits and meetings and workshops being around people who are like on fire, and you can feel the high energy in the room. They're excited. They love what they do. See, and that is what gets me pumped up and excited to come and bring that back to my channel. I go to workshops, I go to meetings, I talk to people who are very successful financially, but also people who just love their life. It's not always about how much money a person has, but it's about the quality of your life. See, and that is what I want you to be successful at, the quality of your life. For me, being rich means being able to get up when I want to, being able to rest when I want to, being able, if I want something, I can go and buy it at a moment's notice. Hey, let's go on vacation, and I can do it without having to, oh, I need to take some time out, time off, or explain myself. See, for me, that's riches, being able to do what I want. I can go and come as I please without explanation. For me, that's riches. For me, riches is being rich in love. Having people in my life that love me, not because I give them something, but they love me just because of who I am. Do you have that type of riches? We're going to go into talking about that. Maybe I'll come back live tomorrow and we'll talk about riches, okay? So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and really, I hope you guys take some notes and really think about, am I living a successful life? Am I experiencing peace? Do I have hopes and dreams and aspirations? And am I giving myself the permission to go for it? If you haven't thought about that, I want you to start thinking that way. I give myself the permission to be my personal best. I give myself the permission to believe in myself. I give myself the permission to be confident. Okay? Be confident. Believe in yourself. Check fears at the door. I tell myself when I get scared or fearful about something, fear, you're not going to win. I'm going to walk past my fears, because on the other side of the fear, I know is my win. I know is my success. I know is my elevation. So yes, while it's scary when we're fearful about something, but it's okay. You can have a fear and do it anyways, and do it anyways, and do it anyways, until one day you will not be fearful. You'll be winning, okay? Because we're winners. It's all about the mindset. We always talk about mindset shifting and how vital and important it is for our life. I wish you the best on the journey of your life. See, we want personal success, personal development, and elevation. I want you to have peace and hope and joy, all that you can take, the abundant mindset. I wish it for you. I hope it for you, and I pray it for you. I'm Marlene Motivates, and I am your life coach. Thank you so much for tapping in. Make sure, if you're watching on the replay, leave me a comment below. And to all of my chat family that tapped in today, thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, wonderful rest of your Friday. And you know what we say over here on Marlene Motivates. Just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life. I'll see you guys back tomorrow. Mañana. Bye, guys.